Welcome to another Yorkshire Pop Top Adventures video, where I give you a tour of my self-built VW T6 camper van, or as I like to affectionately call it, my adventure station, Jeff. Nath.
So I've waited to make this video for a while now, and I think that I may have actually finished all of the DIY in the van.
Yeah, right, whatever.
Okay, maybe not, but in this video I wanted to highlight some of the changes that I've made since my last van tour a few years ago, and I hope that it gives you some inspiration for your next project, whether it be building a van from scratch or simply making a few little changes to your van. And just before we get into it, we upload every week with either a van DIY video, campsite tours, family day trips, hiking and photography, and if all that sounds like your kind of thing, then hit that subscribe button and come with us on our adventures in Jeff the camper van.
So this is my camper van, my adventure station. It's a T6, it's a 2-litre engine, it's one of their start-stop models, and it's my daily driver. I use this as my car. So let's have a look at some of the outside details that I'm sure you're interested in. Nath. The wheels were the first thing I changed on the van before I'd even converted it into a camper van. They're from alloywheels.com, they're Gen 2s, that's all it says on it, and they're 45 tyres. Nath. These are my sidebars. I absolutely love the look that it gives the van with these on. Some people don't like them because it causes rust where the bolt's attached. However, so far, so good for mine, and they've been on about 3 years. Lovely. So these aren't the stock indicators. I bought these after an eBay binge and a couple of beers one evening, and if I can find a link, I'll put them in the description below because I like the look that it gives the van. Everyone likes saving weight when racing, so these are stick-on carbon fibre wing mirror covers from off of eBay. Again, link in the description, and I bought it at the same time that I had too many to drink and went on an eBay binge of things. These are my wind deflectors. Now you can have your window open a little bit when it's raining and it stops it coming in, and it's also great to have your window open a little bit when you're camping as well to stop the rain coming in. However, this side fell off on the M1 the other day. I know. Who doesn't like a bit of chrome bling? These are stick-on handle covers. They've been on 4 years and they've never come off. Lovely. As mentioned in the last van tour, this is a little badge that makes your van go faster. I've replaced the VW badge on the front and the back to black it out. I've also put insulation tape on the chrome bit to make it go faster or whatever. This is my bonnet protector, and I've had this installed so then I look meaner when I'm right up the backside of somebody in the outside lane on the M62 motorway. These are the VW stock headlights. The main beam is rubbish, akin to a candle, so I've changed those for night breakers, which has probably made about a 20% difference. And then in the daytime running lights, I put LEDs because LEDs in it. After removing the word transporter from the back of my van, I put the word transporter on the back of my van, spread it out and made it look like transporter spread out. Now I've got stock bumpers on the back of my van, so I added this chrome bumper protector because I thought it looked nicer. That's about it really. I also added some more chrome here, all from the same eBay binge where I'd had too much to drink. Nice. Everybody likes a little bit of downforce when they're cornering on the Castlecombe racetrack, so I installed these spoilers on the back of my van. Nice addition. In fact, there's a video on the channel that I'll link in the description below to me installing these. Lovely. I've also added 2 100-watt solar panels to the pop top. There's a video in the link in the description of me doing that as well. This is carbon fibre tape. It's not actually carbon fibre, it's just got the look of carbon fibre, and I installed it, well, just because. These I got from Camper Jam. Totally unnecessary, but they look really nice. This is a North is Ace sticker because, well, the North is Ace. This is a dubbed out community sticker. Hashtag not sponsored, go join them, they're ace. This is a Yorkshire Pop Top Adventures sticker. I don't have any, so don't ask. When I first started driving, I had a Renault Clio and I covered the rear lights with tights. That was all great until I went and had the van washed and I got ladders in my tights. So now I think I've grown up a bit. I probably haven't. I've tinted the stock lights myself properly, not with tights. Transformers badge because the van transforms. Transformers badge number 2 and a Volkswagen Racing Sport badge to make my van go faster, obviously. I had all of my windows installed at the same time as having my pop top installed on a 1-day turnaround service by C&H Pop Tops, hashtag not sponsored, and this one has got a bit that you can serve chips and burgers from. Our camper van is pretty much part of our family, so to keep it safe and secure, we've had a bear lock installed by the company Theft Stop. Brilliant people, really nice, awesome company. I'll put a link in the description below to those guys, and there's also a video of them installing it on the van as well. Nice. Before we move inside the van and I'll show you all the features that I've installed in there, let's get the pop top popped.
So while I'm popping the top, just under 50% of our regular viewers are not yet subscribed to the channel, so we would be eternally grateful if you could take a few moments to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Ta much, Lee!
A quick side segment on the pop top, because a couple of you have been asking, what are the straps that you use on your pop top? And the answer to that is, they're just normal pop top straps, but a little bit longer, and I use them to secure the pop top down in bad wind. Not that kind of wind, dirty. Speaking of wind, a lot of people are concerned about when to put their pop top down in high gusts or high wind. I've got a rule of thumb, and that is how fast would I drive with my pop top up? Probably about 25 miles an hour. So I use that as my basis of comparison as to whether to put the pop top down or not. On the outside of the pop top, I've got some elastic string. What that does is it pulls in the canvas on the pop top when I put it down to stop it getting caught in that mechanism there. It's been brilliant so far. I've had it on for about 4 years and it's all been good. Happy days. This bed platform lining is something I'm asked about the most in all of my videos. Now, I didn't install it, it was installed by C&H Pop Tops when they did my pop top and my windows. So ask them if you have it installed there for a similar one if you're after the same thing. In my pop top, I've got a bed platform which quite comfortably sleeps 2 people. However, I use this on solo trips so I don't have to keep setting the bed up downstairs in summer because it does get cold up here in winter. One of my favourite additions to the pop top is this little shelf that I've made. Now, not only does it stop my pillow from falling down during the night, which used to happen quite often because I'm quite tall, but it works perfectly as a shelf to put your bags and stuff on when you're camping and the pop top's up. I quite like it. There's also a video on the channel of me making it. I made it wrong the first time and then I made it right the second time, and this has been invaluable. We use it all of the time. This is my swing out table and I absolutely love it. I use this all the time, whether I'm cooking in the van or whether I'm cooking outside the van or whether I'm just doing a lean and a stare with a drink. There's actually a video on the channel of me installing this. At first I did use a wakeboard, a surfboard kind of mini thing, but then I realised that it didn't match, so I changed it to a bit of wood so it matched the interior. I recently added a deeper step here because my old one was a shallow one and it left a gap. While I was doing that, I replaced the mats here and refurbished the ones on the front of the van as well. And what I'll do is I'll put a link in the description to the video where I did all that so you can look at it. The seat covers from UK Custom Covers, I've changed those, they're nice, they've been on about 3 or 4 years, they still look as good as the day that I installed them. Lovely. I also installed a seat shelf, invaluable, use it all the time. It's not from Seat Shelf, although you can buy them from Seat Shelf, hashtag not sponsored. I made my own. I'll put a link in the description below to me making it. I wanted to install the whole comfort dash system, but having looked at the price and being a Yorkshireman, I nearly had a heart attack, so I just bought one, the glove box compartment, which was quite nice and not too expensive. Nice little addition. This is a mobile phone holder. Now it's supposed to go in the CD slot because there's a little section just here that goes into the CD slot and then you tighten it up and all's good. However, what I found is that when it was in the CD slot, I couldn't get to the screen. So what I've done is I've screwed it to the top there. That might make some of you balk because you're screwing holes into your dashboard, but I'm not bothered, and it's a perfect position there to put my phone, get it on charge. I can also put my iPad in there to use as a big sat nav should I want to on longer journeys. Nice little addition, love it. And what's this, you may be thinking? It's just a camera mount, don't get too excited. I've got the stock radio because I'm tight. I changed the gator on my gear stick. I didn't film it because I swore a lot. It's a bugger to do. I bought a stitch-on steering wheel cover from off of Amazon's. It's not that great, but if you squint your eyes, it looks absolutely fine. I recently upgraded the headliner on the van because I did have 4-way stretch carpet and I did it in a rush. When I first did it, it looked horrible. Now it's suede, looks like a boudoir. Everyone's a winner, baby. That's the truth. Also, link in the description to the video where I installed it. It also shows me installing some LED lights in the van and some other little upgrades, so check that out because I'm sure you'll find it interesting. Just here is one of the most useful things that I bought from the van. It just hooks that go onto the headrest, which means I can hang coats, water bottles and all sorts. Nice. On one of the back doors I've installed some brackets from Mega Van Mats which holds my table out of the way. Nice. At the back of the van I've made use out of a tiny little bit of space to put my diesel litre tank and then any trainers and stuff that we might want to put in there out of the way. Not only that, it's a great place to hang my axe and a lovely little pocket there to put some fire lighters. Also, my diesel litre is just over here. If you really want entertaining, go watch me install that. That wasn't very good fun. There's access to the main cupboard. I've put a little cup holder there so that I can put my drinks in there when I'm in bed and not spill them. I've put some hooks just on here, which are just towel hooks from off of the middle aisle at Aldi because that's the best place to go in life. Then in there, messy cupboard full of all things just stuffed in like everybody else is. I wasn't going to tidy it and make it look nice for this video because this is reality. When I installed the cabinets, I made sure I'd pushed them a little bit further that way so I had a little bit of storage in here to put rucksacks, any mats, dirty stuff, boots, things like that, and it's really come in handy. This is the back of the bed when it's up. Pretty boring. These are curtains. They close, they open. This is my Thetford 165 Portaloo. I'm not showing you it because it's disgusting. It's a bog. I have got a cover for it so I don't have to look at it while I'm having my burgers in the van. If you want to get one of these, I've no idea where to get it from because the place I bought it from doesn't do them anymore. One of the biggest wastes of space that I used to have in the van was under the bed. I used to put boxes under there, but every time I braked in the van, they'd all end up in the front cab or somewhere else in the country. So what I decided to do was put a cover on. It's clipped on quite nicely with some clips like this. I'll do some close-up B-roll if you can have a look at them. I got them from my local DIY store. And then a drawer which I had to put a lock on because then when I did break it used to fly open. However, it's just got pillows and cushions and fleeces and all sorts of things you want out of the way that are a little bit bulky. This is my flippy downy shelf that I get asked quite a lot about. It's from USR Design. It's brilliant for putting your drinks or phone on when you're either sat here or when the bed's out. Perfect addition. This is my wall of awesomeness and I absolutely love it. Again, I'll put a link in the description below to when I built this. However, every single little picture frame is also a little mini door into your soul. And I put things in there like that and that. Lovely little cubby hole, hidey place, making the most out of the storage in the van. Now you're all probably looking at this. What's this? It's a tiny little screen. It's one of those laptop extender screens and I use it linked to a Samsung phone, and then it means I can be on the internet, watch YouTubes, have Amazon Music playing, things like that, or a nice screensaver if I've got a bad view, pretend that that's a window. It's lovely. These mesh pockets from Mega Van Mats are dotted around the van, absolutely invaluable. We use them all the time because in a small vehicle like this, things get messy pretty quickly, so it's nice to get them out of the way, in pockets and organised. Cushions. Mini chopping board from the centre aisle of Aldi. No camper van is complete without having a fridge to keep your beers cold. We've made it more interesting by adding magnets, but you can do whatever you want with your fridge. Because I'm a tight Yorkshireman as well, it's the CRE50, not the CRX50 like a lot of people have got in their van. Inside that fridge is exactly the same as the CRX50, however the outside design is a little bit different. If you like that design, go for that. It's a little bit cheaper, probably about 50 or 60 quid cheaper, and that's 50 or 60 quid towards penny sweets or beers or campsites or things that I don't need for the van that I spend on eBay sometimes. So now onto the elephant in the room. Where's my sink and hob? We did used to have a sink and hob. It was the Dometic double sink hob combo, but the sink just turned into a big rattly cupboard. We only ever boiled the kettle on the hob, and that didn't warrant having a gas bottle taking up all the space in the cupboard, so we got rid, and we've not missed it at all. Moving down from where the sink and hob used to be, we've got the Renogy M1 panel, which tells me all the information I need to know about my lithium-ion Renogy battery, which is under the seat on its side because it's too tall to fit under there the right way up. But that's fine because it's lithium. Now I know this is a van tour about the van, but I'm not going into too much detail about electrics because one, it'd take a full video up, and number two, don't come here for technicals. So in the first cupboard, nice and simple, what I've done is I've installed some shelves so then it gives the cupboard a purpose rather than just being one big massive void. I've got a sink bowl just up here, we've got plates, induction hob, gas burner, other bits, bags, stuff like that. Gives it a purpose and I love it. In this next cupboard here, there's another shelf with the EcoFlow on it. The gas bottle used to be in there, but the EcoFlow is way more versatile than the gas bottle. This is not sponsored, but I absolutely love this EcoFlow. It's the Delta 2, and I've linked it to another plug socket just here, so I don't have to keep accessing the back to get to the plug sockets. I can plug in my kettle, use an electric kettle off-grid, which is brilliant, and then down here, I've just shoved a load of crap. In fact, I've just noticed there's some mince pies from off of Christmas. I might have to take them out. So this section of the van is what we used to call the corner of nothingness. We didn't know what to put there, it was a waste of space, so I decided to build a cabinet that matched this cabinet up top. Just above the corner of nothingness is the overhead locker. This comes in really handy to hide all the things like tea, coffee, mugs, cans, stuff you don't want on display, gets it out of the way, it's lovely jubbly, and then thanks to Michelle, there's a bit of lovely bunting that she's made to snazzy it up. So I didn't make a video of me installing the overhead locker above the sink and hob that's not the sink and hob anymore. However, I did make a video of me installing this overhead locker, and again I'll put a link in the description below. Lovely. This is another cupboard to shove a load of stuff that you don't need when you go camping. Nice. Another great addition to any camper van is having a swivel seat. Whether it be a double or a single, we absolutely love ours. Gives us that extra space, makes the van feel a lot larger in the living room area, if that's what you can call it, because it's a bedroom and also a kitchen and also a toilet. Whatever, we'll move on. But yeah, get a swivel seat, they're ace. The bed that I'm sat on here is a rock and roll bed. I've upgraded the seats and the cushions, and again there's a video on this of me upgrading the seats and cushions, so then I've got a permanent mattress topper going on. It's been lovely and comfortable, I love it. This bed is proper nice. Also, the rock and roll bed is M1 crash tested, which means I've got 2 seat belts in there and I can carry 2 extra passengers in the back. This is my favourite cupboard in the van. It didn't used to be, because it used to be an empty chasm of nothingness. However, In another video, funnily enough, I built some shelves, I'll link in the description below, to make this more useful of a compartment. So now we can put hot water bottles, I can put my drinks bottle in there, there's a little thing that folds up here so I can get to things under here, like my SQ Professional, hashtag not sponsored. I've also got my fire extinguisher in there, so it's easily accessible. All of my electrics are all in there. I've even got a little top shelf here, which perfectly fits tins and coffee and jam and all sorts of stuff, just to keep it out of the way. And I've also fitted a light that comes on automatically when you open that cupboard. So this is my rear storage organizer, and it matches the seat covers in the front of the van, made by the same company, UK Custom Covers, hashtag not sponsored in this video, and it stores all sorts of things. At the moment, we've got things like our dock and bay towels in there, and then in here, probably got some rubbish, yeah, just a bit of that. And then up here, we've got some tissues, and that's not going back in there, quality. We've got some torches in there. It's just brilliant just to get things out of the way, because like I've said before, everything in a van gets super messy if you have it all out on the side. If everything's got a place, then it's perfect. Speaking of things having a place, this is where I store my outdoor table, right behind the driver's seat. Some of you might not have enough space to do that, but I do. And this is a new table I got from the Caravan and Camping show the other week. I'll be showing you that in a future video because it's nice and spicy. I've got a set of blackout curtains in the van, so I don't always have to put the window covers on in the van when I'm camping. It's brilliant, convenient and great for when you're just staying one night somewhere and don't want to faff around with window covers. The pole is removable just by twisting it. It's on like a tension thing. I love it. It's in the link in the description. Go have a look at it. So with my cutlery drawer, it was doing my head in that all the knives and forks and spoons were rattling. So I made some little separate compartments, carpeted them so I could slot them in and out, move them and adjust them, and then it stopped all the rattles. Happy days, lovely jubbly. I've carpeted most of the exposed metalwork and all the other bits in the van to make it look snazzy with 4-way stretch, smoke grey. It's a really easy job to do, quite forgiving if you make a mistake, but make sure you use the high temperature adhesive. All the lights were installed by C&H Pop Tops when they did the pop top and the windows, apart from this little light just under here that I did myself. Lovely. Ooh, I also installed this one, which is a touch light. No camper van is complete without a bit of greenery. 2 cup holders, that work. And finally the flooring, because I know you're all interested and can't wait to find out how I've made the floor. It's a very simple makeup of insulation, then I've got ply flooring, and then I've got some Altro flooring, which is basically lino but more expensive, and then I've got a shop doorway rug, which I'll put a link in the description below, hashtag not sponsored. This has come in really handy. It's a perfect size for our van. You can get different sizes, although if it's too big, you can cut it down a little bit. Nice. So that concludes the updated van tour. I hope I've helped just one person out there realise their dream and think, this is how I'm going to do my van. You don't have to do it like me. I've basically built it to work for me and my family. There might be one thing in here that you've seen, you go, that's a brilliant idea. And if I've helped just one of you, that makes me a happy chappy. Also, if you've got any questions, pop them in the comment section below, because I may have missed something, glossed over something you find important that I've not talked about in detail enough, whatever, pop them in the comment section below and I'll either answer them by replying, or I'll add them to a future video when I'm sat with a fire pit and a beer in the section Colin answers your questions. Insert clip. Colin answered your questions. I can't wait for you guys to see next week's video where I visit a campsite, give you a campsite tour, do all the usual stuff and answer some of your questions as well. Stick around for the outtakes and trust me, there's quite a few of them in this video. Enjoy yourselves, stay awesome, I'll see you on the next adventure. See you, bye. Why am I pointing at my cup? Welcome to another Pop Top Adventures video. Pointy, pointy. Welcome to another Yorkshire... Spit. No doubt for you. Oh, no, that's gone. Or as I like to affectionately call it, nothing. These were the... Obviously there's someone coming in. Brilliant. Perfect. Now I look like I'm having a wee next to my van. These side buys... Buys? He's just there. Why is he just stood there? He's going to be like, oh, who's he talking to? What's he filming for? Don't matter. Just get in your car, off. Yourself, how? Oh, that was almost mint. This is my swinging table. It's not called that. Come on, Cole, you can do this. You can fit. You can fit. Lovely. Just pause at the interesting before saying lovely, because I've said lovely a million times. While we're eating. This is my Thetford 365, yeah? 165. When I'm in bed, it's a bit wobbly though. What's going on there? Am I even in focus? Yeah, just my eyes. 1, 2. 1, 2. Ah, there we go. That's why it's not freaking plugged in properly. I didn't make a video of the overhead locker above the sink and the hob. I didn't make a video of the 2 minutes of nothing.